Developing tonight, a man is behind bars accused of burglary, trespassing, and indecent exposure.
His actions leading some families to leave a West Valley apartment complex. Nicole Krasean joins us live now with the details on this. This is a crazy story.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, John and Mark, and really upsetting once you talk to some of the victims. One of them telling me that his alleged crimes leaving her to not want to sit by her window or leave her lights on at night. It was nearly 3:30 in the morning on July 6th when a West Valley man says he got a notification on his Ring camera of movement by his front door.
I seen somebody that had a mask that was walking past my front door. I knew that there was break-ins that were happening in the week prior and situations that were building up to that.
Those situations included a burglary within the complex on June 16th and an attempted burglary on June 28th. But on July 6th, the crime was sexual in nature as the masked person approached the man's neighbor's home where a woman was inside alone.
He was walking from one window to the other window, and I seen him kind of just focusing a little bit more on her, and then that's when I seen him pull his pants down, and he started doing whatever it is that he was doing.
When Tolleson police arrived, the suspect, later identified as James Ronte Deshawn Shepard, took off. Surveillance video tied Shepard to the previous burglary-related crimes, as well as reports of indecent exposure and voyeurism at another Tolleson apartment complex in May. Further analysis from the Arizona Department of Corrections revealed Shepard had 4 indecent exposure violations during his prior incarcerations, spanning several years. A former tenant Fox 10 spoke with today says he chose to move himself and his 5-year-old son out of the complex shortly after this incident. Fox 10 also spoke with his neighbor, who says she and her fiance are moving soon too. She didn't want to speak on camera, but she did share with Fox 10 her victim impact statement sent to the judge. Part of that statement shares how she and her fiance would avoid late-night work shifts out of fear. She also calls Shepard's acts a violation of her humanity and says she's even fearful of becoming a mother and raising a daughter in a world where this behavior takes place. Shepard barred from seeing his own kids if he makes bail.
The police are alleging that there were juveniles around for some of the exposures. Research indicates that those are high-risk types of behaviors that tend to escalate into other behaviors. In an abundance of caution and for their safety, the court orders today you're not to have any contact with anyone under the age of 18. That does include your own children.
And court documents indicate that Shepard's criminal history is extensive and violent. He is being held right now on a $50,000 cash-only bond. Reporting live in Tolleson tonight, Nicole Krasean, Fox 10 News.